In this video, I'll be showing you how to fix Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 crashing and not loading on your Windows computer. So I will be showing you how to do this in Windows 10, however the methods will still work in Windows 11. Also, if I do come across new methods, then I will put these onto our website, which you can find a link in the description below. So be sure to check out that link if none of the methods in this video help fix Modern Warfare 2 crashing on your computer. So the first thing that we need to do is just ensure that Windows is up to date. And we can do this by right clicking on the start menu icon and going to settings, and then clicking on update and security. And you then need to click on the check for updates button. If Windows does detect any new updates, then it will install them. As you can see there, it's now installing some. If you do have the choice to install some optional quality updates, install these as well. So once you've finished updating Windows, the next thing that we want to do is also ensure you have the latest driver installed for your graphics card. If you're not sure what graphics card you have in your computer, you can find this out by right clicking on the start menu icon and going to Device Manager. Next, you need to expand display adapters, and then as you can see there, I have an Nvidia GeForce GTX 1660 Super, which means I need to go to the Nvidia website and download a driver for that graphics card. I will put some links in the description below on how you can install the latest driver for your graphics card if you're not too sure on how to do this. So once you've updated Windows and your graphics card, go ahead and launch Call of Duty, and with a bit of luck, that might have worked. If that didn't, then don't panic, because the next thing that you need to do is just ensure that you don't have anything running in the background before launching the game. If you have Discord open, TeamSpeak, a web browser, a music player, close all this down, as it could be conflicted with the game, causing it to crash. So once you've closed everything down, including MSI Afterburner and Riviera Tuner, and also an RGB software that controls the RGB on your keyboard and mouse, launch the game and see if that helped. If that didn't help, then the next thing that you want to do is also ensure that you don't have anything plugged into your computer. So what I mean by this is if you've got a PlayStation controller plugged in, or just a controller in the USB port, unplug this. If you have a USB stick plugged in, if you have headphones plugged in, a microphone, all these things unplug, and only keep your keyboard and mouse plugged in. Go ahead and launch the game once you've unplugged everything and see if that helped. So once you've done all that, and if none of that helped, then the next thing that you need to do is go to the location where you installed the game. If you're not sure where you installed the game and you installed it through Steam, then you can find out this location quite easily. I will show you how to do this now. First, you need to go onto Steam and click onto your library, and then find Call of Duty in your games list. Next, you need to right click on the game and go to Manage, and then go Browse Local Files. You will then be taken to the folder where you installed the game. Once you're in this folder, you now need to scroll down until you find the cod.exe. You then need to right click on this and go Run as Administrator. And with a bit of luck, running it as an administrator will hopefully resolve the issue. You will, however, have to right click on it every time and go Run as Administrator. If that didn't help, then the next thing that you need to do is keep Call of Duty open. Once you have the game open, you need to select the settings cog in the top right hand corner. And you then need to go down to graphics. Next, you need to select display at the top, and we then need to scroll down until you find restart shaders optimization. You need to select this option and then go restart. This is going to delete the shaders cache. Once this is finished and it says complete in the top left hand corner, go ahead and launch into a game again and see if that helped. If that didn't help, then the next thing you need to do is close down Call of Duty. Next, you need to open up File Explorer, and you then need to go to your Documents folder. You then need to find the Call of Duty folder, and you then need to right click on this folder and go Rename. And we're just going to put BK on the end and then press Enter. This is going to reset all the settings within the game. Go ahead and launch the game now and see if that resolved the issue, as it will now be using the default settings. You will need to change all your settings again in game. If that didn't work, then you can always right click on this folder again and just rename it back to Call of Duty and just delete the new folder that got created. So the next thing that you need to do is just ensure that your security is not blocking the game. If you do have a third-party security program installed in Windows, then either disable this or put it into a passive or game mode if it has the option. Just keep in mind that when you do disable it, you might not be protected from security threats. but this is a good way of testing if it is your security that's causing the issue. If it is, then you will need to add the game to the exception list. If that's not the problem, then the next thing you need to do if you've overclocked your hardware in your computer is to remove these overclock settings, as they could also be causing the game to crash and not work on your computer. Only do this though if you do know how to remove the overclock settings. If none of those were the issue, then the next thing we want to do is open up the start menu and type in msconfig. You now need to open up system configuration, and you then need to go across to services and tick hide all Microsoft services. Next you need to go through and just untick anything that you don't need. Once you're happy with everything you disabled, go ahead and press apply, and you then need to go across to the startup tab. We then need to click on open task manager, and you then need to do the same. Just disable everything in here that you do not need launching with Windows. For example there I've got Microsoft Edge, that is currently disabled, but I wouldn't need that, so I'd right click and go disabled. Once you've disabled everything, restart your computer and then try launching Call of Duty again. If that didn't help, then the next thing we need to do is open up the program where you purchase Call of Duty. So to start off with, I'm going to show you what you need to do in Steam, and then I'll show you how to do this in battle.net. Okay, so once you have Steam open, you need to find Call of Duty in your games list on your library and right click on the game. You then need to go to properties. Next we need to go to local files, and you then need to click on verify integrity of game files. This is going to make sure that none of the files have become either corrupted or missing. Once this is finished, go ahead and launch the game and see if that helped. I will now show you how to do this in battle.net. Once you have battle.net open, go ahead and select your games and then find Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. You then need to select it and click on the settings cog, and then go scan and repair, and then go begin scan. And again, this is going to ensure that none of the files have an issue. Once that's finished, go ahead and launch the game again. If that didn't help, then the next thing I'd suggest is reinstalling the game, but install it to a different hard drive. If you do have an SSD drive as well, install it to that, as it will help improve the speeds of the game, making it load a lot faster. So that does now bring me to the end of this video. I hope one of the methods in this video did help fix the game on your computer. If you're still having issues, then like I said, I have popped a link in the description below to a guide that we've done which might have more methods on how to fix Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. If you did like the video, click the like button below, and if you'd like to see another computer sluggish video, then click that subscribe button. If you do subscribe, then I will see you in the next video.